Hello everyone and hello Mr. Camera. I hope you all are fine. So today in this class we are going to solve the problem of matrix multiplication. So in this problem we are going to discuss that how can we multiply two matrices, right? So we are given the dimensions and elements of the first matrix and the dimensions and elements of the second matrix, and we have to multiply these two matrices and to print the resultant matrix that represents the product of the two matrices, right? So let us first discuss the approach, that is how to multiply two matrices, right? So let's take two matrices. Let's say this is our first matrix of dimension 2 cross 3. That is, 2 is the number of rows and 3 is the number of columns. Now let's take the second matrix of dimension 4 cross 3. Now, Mr. Camera, do you know what is the condition to multiply two matrices? No, let me tell you. I hope many of you know this. So the condition to multiply two matrices is that the number of columns of first matrix should be same as the number of rows of the second matrix, right? So in this, the number of columns of first matrix is 3, but the number of rows of second matrix is 4. So we can't multiply these two matrices, right? So if we got any input like this, we simply have to print that this is an invalid input. So we can't multiply this. So let's take another matrix of size 3 cross 3, right? Now the number of columns of first matrix is 3 and the number of rows of second matrix is also 3. So we can multiply these two matrices, right? Let's suppose the elements stored here are like A00, A01, A02. Here 0 is representing the row number and second is representing the column number, right? A10, A11, A12, right? Let's suppose, let we name this matrix as A, right? Let's name this matrix as B. So here B00, B01, B02, B10, B11, B12, B20, B21 and B22, right? So now, Mr. Camera, do you know how to multiply these two matrices? No. So our approach is that in the resultant matrix, let's say our resultant matrix is our resultant, right? Now the dimensions of the resultant matrix will be the number of rows of first matrix and the number of columns of second matrix, right? So in this example, our resultant matrix would be of dimension 2 cross 3. 2 cross 3. Right? So this is our resultant matrix of dimension 2 cross 3. That is the number of rows of first matrix and the number of columns of second matrix. Right? So in order to fill this cell, we have to multiply these values with these values, and we have to add this, right? So the resultant resultant of ij will be A00. We first discuss the resultant of 00. right? Then now the resultant of 0 0 will be a 0 0 into b 0 0 plus a 0 1 into b 1 0 plus a 0 2 into b 2 0. 2 0. Now if you notice here the value of a is same as that of the row value, right? And the value of this, the column of b is same as that of the column value, right? So this formula of resultant ij will be what? We are adding these values a of I, the row is same as that of the row of the resultant matrix. Here something will come into, here something will come j. That is, the column is same as that the column of the second resultant matrix, right? Now also you notice that this value is same always, right? So let's suppose this value is k. Now this value is varying from 0 to 2, that is from the number of columns of first matrix, that is same as that of the number of rows of the second matrix. So you can use either two dimensions, either of the two dimensions, either the column number of first matrix or the row number of second matrix, right? So you are using this for loop from 0 to column number of first or row number of second, this for loop from 0 to columns of second matrix, and this for loop from 0 to rows of first matrix, right? So we have to use three for loops, right? So let's try to code this. First of all, we have to take the input from the user by using scanner function, right? First of all, we have to take the number of rows of first matrix. Let's suppose it is represented by n1. Number of columns of first matrix, right? Now we have to take a two-dimensional array to represent that matrix. It's two-dimensional. Let the name of the matrix be matrix 1 is equal to, the dimension is number of rows, number of columns. Let's take the input from the user, number of elements. This will traverse in the row. Next loop will traverse in the column. Matrix 1 of ij, take the input from the user, right? So in the same way, take the input for the second matrix. Let's copy this, place it over here. Let the number of rows of second matrix be n2, number of columns be m2, right? The second matrix let be matrix 2, n2 and m2 dimensions. Here also n2 and m2, and here take the input for all the elements of second matrix. So this will take the input, that is the two matrices which we want to multiply. Then we know that we can multiply two matrices only if the number of columns of first matrix is same as that the number of rows of the second matrix. So let's check this out. If the number of columns of first matrix, that is represented by M1, is not equal to number of rows of second matrix, that is representing by N2, then we have to simply print invalid output, invalid input, right? And we have to return from this function, as we can't multiply these two matrices, right? So else, if this condition is false, we have to make one resultant matrix. Let's name this matrix as resultant. The dimensions of this will be number of rows of first matrix and the number of columns of second matrix. Now we have to implement three for loops. This outer for loop will be for the number of rows of first matrix. The next loop will be for the number of columns of second matrix. And the next is for the number of columns of the first matrix, right? Here you can also use the number of rows of second matrix since both are equal. So our resultant of ij will be, we have to increment it each time, matrix 1 I k into matrix 2 k jth value. Right? So this will calculate our result. Right? Next we have to print that matrix. So let me print that it's from number of rows of first matrix and number of columns of second matrix. Right? So we have to print the resultant matrix. After each row we also want to print a new line. So there will be a space after each element, and after this we have to print a new line after each row, right? So let's try to run this code. So we are getting the expected output. Now let's try to submit it. So our code is getting submitted. So this formula is only important, that is when we are calculating the resultant matrix, this value is same as that of this value is same as that of column number, and this is varying with the number of columns of first matrix, right? So in this cell this will come, in this cell the value of j is incremented to 1, this will come, this and this, again the value of j is incremented by 1, this will come. The value of j is incremented for the number of columns of second matrix, right? So this will get filled. Next the value of I is incremented, right? So I will vary from 0 to number of rows of first matrix, right? So here this will come here, and next this will come here, right? So our code is executing in the time complexity of big of n cube. Why? Because we are using three for loops, three nested loops, right? So the time complexity for this problem of matrix multiplication will be n cube, big O of n cube, since we are using 3 for loops, nested for loops. This, and this. So the time complexity is big O of n cube. And the space complexity for this will be n square. Since we are using a 2D matrix, so the space complexity will be n square, right? We are storing the result in a resultant matrix which is 2D, right? So the space complexity is n square, right? So I hope you understand the concept of matrix multiplication. Try it out on your own. Thank you.